Hi, hello. I am back with another video. It's your hostess, Lady C, and I'm so excited to do this video. I've had this video in the works for like 2 days, and I haven't been able to record it yet, and I'm not even feeling that well, but I'm pushing through it because I'm so excited to like get this information out to you. So, in today's video, we are going to discuss the Glee curse. It's called the Glee Curse Explained. And so let me give you a little bit of a background. Basically, someone, I forget their name, they shall remain unnamed, they created a docu-series about the show Glee called The Price of Glee, which basically exposed everything that was going on behind the scenes and why there were so many deaths on the TV show. You know, the actors did not really appreciate this docuseries. Fans didn't appreciate this docuseries. Nobody liked it. From what I'm gathering, I never watched it because you're not gonna diss my show Glee. Like, I love Glee. I'm a Gleek. This video is for all my fellow Gleeks out there. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. First, we're gonna start with what the show is about. So if you love musicals, go and watch Glee. This is basically one long musical, and it takes place in a high school called McKinley High. And actually, it's so funny. I think McKinley was one of the presidents of the United States, if I'm not mistaken. But anywho, yeah. So this is basically about a Spanish teacher named Mr. Will Schuster and how his colleague, Sandy, he was basically the head of the Glee Club. I think Sandy's gay. We all know that. And like Rachel Berry, which was one of the star students, caught him touching up another student inappropriately. So anyway, Sandy got fired, and Will begged the principal to basically become the head of Glee Club, and so he got his wish. So the Glee kids basically started off like with 5 of them, and then it grew to over 20, and we've won nationals, sectionals, and we've won regionals. So yay! So okay, now getting into the Glee curse. So there are 3 star actors and 5 production assistants that all passed away while filming during the filming of Glee. Okay, so let's start off with Mark Salling. So Mark Salling played Noah Puckerman, but we just called him Puck. He was one of the football players in the show, and he came to join the Glee Club, and he was a great guitarist, had many solos like Fat Bottom Girls and like some other solos like that. So now, in real life, Mark Salling had many legal issues. He has a girlfriend, his ex Roxanne, who accused him of battery, basically in March 2011, which he denied. But then later they did settle out of court for $2.7 million. So that was one thing. And then on December 2015, he was arrested on the suspicion of owning 50,000 child pornography images, which he got caught for, and he later pled guilty to. And then, so he was going to plead guilty, he was going to register as a sex offender, and he was going to go to a treatment program. But in January 2018, he decided to take his own life by suicide by hanging. So it is such, I don't know what I'm looking for, but it's like, I love you, Mark Salling, but like, you're disgusting. Like, I looked into his early life. I didn't see any signs of like a bad childhood. He actually went under the name of Jericho, and he released a lot of music, and he was a guitar teacher. So this is why people call it the Glee curse, because all of these actors actually were like thrown into stardom and pushed into fame. So when you have a lot of fame and fortune, your money can really buy you anything. So I just don't understand why he would buy child pornography images. Like, I have a child, she's 6 years old, and that is just so disgusting to me. So I'm not even going to say rest in peace, Mark Salling. I'm just going to say good riddance, you know? Okay, moving on to the next football player. We're going to talk about Corey Monteith. So Corey Monteith, he's Canadian, whoop whoop, and he actually died in 2013. So the concierge of the hotel he was staying at in Vancouver noticed how Mr. Monteith did not come down to sign out. So they actually went up to his hotel room and they found him lying there unresponsive. Um, the autopsy report said he had heroin, alcohol, codeine, and morphine all found in his body, and he was found like laying next to a needle and champagne. Now, this death, like, it was so hard for me because we all looked up to Corey Monteith because he was the head football player. He was the quarterback in Glee. I apologize if you hear my little nephew crying in the background. But yeah, he was the head footballer and he was the head in Glee, like the head singer, like the main singer. I forget what you call that. So yeah, it was so devastating when he died. So many fans were just like heartbroken. He was like our big brother in the show, and it's like even though we don't know you in real life, it was like you're our big brother in the show, and if you're a true diehard Gleek, that one would have cut your soul. So yeah, again, it was called a Glee curse for him because it's like he got shot, catapulted right into fame. Like all these actors were basically unknown before the show, and then the show just like seriously took off. And money, fame, paparazzi, you can't do anything like without people lining up around the corner to like ask for your autograph. And there's you got to wear sunglasses because of the pictures and the paparazzi flashing their lights on you all the time. And I guess it just took a toll on him, and that is how he decided to end his life, even though he was in a relationship with Leah Michelle, the other head singer in the show. It's like almost like he was on top of the world. But you know so definitely rest in peace. And my heart goes out to all the Corey Monteith fans and all of his family for his death. Okay, so the third death I'm going to talk about is my sister Naya Rivera. Okay, she's not really my sister, but again, she was like a big sister to me in the show. So her character was Santana. She's basically played a Latina girl in the show. Even in real life, she's half African American and half Latina. So she's Afro Latina in real life, but in the show, she mainly played like the spicy Latina who always had like a comeback for everything. And you really hated her character in season 1, and then you really grew to love her character, especially since she came out as gay in the show. And it was so funny. I was reading on Wikipedia how the writers just wrote that little silly tidbit in, like, okay, she's a lesbian. And then the actress Naya Rivera was actually like, she was actually like, no, let's push that agenda, let's really open up the L in the LGBT, the lesbians, because gay people, they get a lot of exposure, but lesbians, there's a lot of closeted lesbians out there. And Naya Rivera really helped them all come out of the closet just by playing Santana. So yeah, on July 2020, Naya Rivera was declared missing around Lake Piru. So what they're saying is that she was out on the boat with her son, and they were caught in a riptide, and it was basically an accidental drowning. Like, she mustered up enough energy to save her son, who was wearing a life jacket, and she was not wearing a life jacket, and she passed away. Let me tell you how this story makes no freaking sense. And her father is still looking for answers because it's like, how could such a good swimmer drown? I'm so glad I came across that because I was not going to tell you guys about my conspiracy theory, but I'm going to tell you now. So I went into a deep TikTok hole, and there's footage, literal footage, really far away of what I think transpired at Lake Piru. So we see, and these are shadow figures, and this is not to disrespect the family, and this is definitely not to disrespect my sister and what happened. We're gonna go with the whole accidental drowning story, but here's my theory. So from the looks of the footage, it was like her and her son got on the boat, and there were two other shadowy figures. Like, by the way, they're on the dock, so it's like the boat has not even left the dock. Okay, this is what I saw on TikTok. So the boat was at the dock. Two men had come, and one was like arguing with her on the boat. You could see far away, just shadow figures, but you could tell it was her, and you could tell that's her son, a little shorter figure, and then two men. So apparently, two men from far away, what it looked like, were like choking her and like pushing her and like, I don't know, giving her attitude, whatever. And so one shadowy figure went away, took took the little boy with him and went off camera. And then this other shadowy figure was like yelling at Naya, and like, I don't know, they were fighting from afar. That's what it looked like. And then that's where the video ends. So I feel like, you know, that's what really happened, and like she was murdered, like someone killed her, and we'll never know the truth. But I am happy that the parents got money from the lake. I forget what they settled at, but you know what? I just don't think it was the lake's fault. I think some child play, not child play. I feel like something else went down, and I'm really very heartbroken and really very sad over it. And sometimes I can't even talk about it because it makes me tear up. I am so in love with Naya Rivera. This is such the hardest death. 2025, this will be year 5 that she's not been with us, and it's just really freaking sad. And my heart goes out to her entire family and all of the Naya Rivera lovers out there. And yeah, just like her dad, I'm still wondering as well, like what actually went down. So that's a bit of a mystery. So that's another reason why it's called the Glee curse, because that is such a like mysterious death and nobody even knows what really happened. We're just gonna go with accidental drowning. And you know, it's so heartbreaking and touching that people left basically a shrine by the lake with flowers and notes and pictures. So rest in peace to my sister Naya Rivera. You will never, ever, ever be forgotten, especially what you've done for many women out there who are like closeted gay and like they're so ashamed to show it. Like, even though she's not gay in real life, she portrayed that character so, so well. So thank you for doing that, Naya. Okay, so those were the top 3 actors in the show, and those were main characters in the show that passed away. And then 5 production crew also passed away. So we have Jim Fuller, who was an assistant director, and we have a guy named Paul who was in charge of the props. They both had heart attacks, so rest in peace to both of those people. And then we have Nancy Moats, who is a production assistant, and then also another rigger. They both committed suicide, so rest in peace to those 2 people. And then we have the stand-in for Mr. Shu, the teacher, the Spanish teacher who wanted to take over Glee. His stand-in, Mark Watson, died in a car crash. So rest in peace to him. And you know, all these deaths, I know they definitely take a toll on all the rest of the actors that were a part of the show. You know, so honestly, my heart goes out to each and every one of you. Thank you for creating the show Glee. It has changed my life. I am a super Gleek. I have, just like my Gilmore Girls, I have a whole Glee collection on DVD back when DVDs were a thing, you know, and yeah, I actually just really jumped right into this video. I didn't even do my proper intro, but if you like music and movies and TV shows, if you love relationships and all the drama that comes with that, please come back for more of my videos. I have so much more for you. I love you. Take care. Bye for now.